Looking there at a live shot of Camp David, where President Obama is expected in about half an hour's time to make some public remarks after that summit of Gulf state leaders, of course. As soon as he begins, we will bring you that address. In the meantime, though, it's Jesse James, Pretty Boy Floyd, and Bonnie and Clyde, the era of the infamous bank robber, on the brink of becoming a thing of the past. CNBC's Jeff Cox has details on why bank holdups are coming to a halt. Really, Jeff?
Hey, thanks, Kelly. Yeah, I heard you guys talk before about systemic risk, and, we talk about too big to fail. Well, here's one way that banks have actually become safer since the financial crisis. Fewer of them are getting robbed. Actually, bank robberies are down about 35% just over the past year. They're down about 49% over the past 10 years. Now, a couple of reasons for that happening. One being that bank surveillance systems are getting better. The cops are getting better at catching these guys once they do these things. And also, some of this activity has moved online as well into the cybersphere. Now, a couple of points to make, a couple little interesting factoids about bank robberies is that the most popular time for banks to be robbed in the morning hours when banks first open. Also, the most popular day for banks to be robbed, I hate to say it, payday on Friday. Now, maybe you don't want to make too light of this, but some of these guys aren't terribly bright, Kelly. Just a few days ago, there was a fellow who robbed, or is accused of robbing a bank in Virginia Beach, Virginia, handed the teller a very politely worded letter with little smiley faces on it saying, please give me your money. The mistake he made was afterwards he posted his note on Instagram, so it wasn't too hard for the cops to catch this guy. Yeah.
Forgetting that one, though, it does, guys, seem as though the criminals in the banks today are the cyber criminals.
It's the cyber criminals, but if you go back 150 years, if you look at the founding of Wells Fargo in 1852, a company that was founded because of the gold rush, they were getting their stagecoaches robbed because there were gold bars and silver bars there. So it's wherever the currency is. If it's gold, they rob the gold. If it's cash, they rob the cash. If it's just a digital account, they rob the digital account.
That's a great point. And think about Bitcoin. You remember that run on the Bitcoin wallet? That was a big, huge story back in 2013. So I think those virtual currencies are the ones that are kind of at the gate right now of that disaster.
Because that's where the money is.
Well, it's like she said, trust nobody, right? Don't trust the consumers,
nobody.
Don't trust the markets. What about Apple Pay is the next thing? People start robbing that.
Well, and they're robbing the Starbucks app, for example. Our own Jane Wells, her husband was one of the victims of that crime. Jeff, thank you very much. The world is changing, sort of.
Very much
time
so.
now for Fast Money with Melissa Lee. That does it for us on Closing Bell. Melissa, what's on tap?
Hey there, Kelly. It's all going to be about the earnings reported this evening. And also, of course, as you know, President Obama expects